This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and on this channel, I'm doing celebrity news, pop culture, things like that, and once in a while, I cover Harry and Meghan, and one of the questions that keeps coming up is, how long will their popularity last? They're not actually doing anything. They're not actually anyone. I mean, of course, Harry is a somebody. He's from the royal family, but if you get my drift, now that they're separated, they're not actually doing anything special. They don't have a specific talent. They're not singers. They're not writers. Meghan Markle is kind of an actress, but she's a very low-level actress. So what I'm saying is, when are they going to be out of the celebrity news? And that's a question an expert answered on a TV talk show. So I wanted to cover what that expert said, and I wanted to also cover what Meghan Markle's next move was, because she's going to have to try to do things to elevate herself up and up from her status, because she can only go down from here. I guess Harry will be leveled out as a royal. He'll always have that connection, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to help him bring in more money and more fame than he has now. Let's take a look. Here you see it. Interest in Meghan Markle and Prince Harry may eventually wane, royal expert. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have moved to the United States. Well, that's really old news, that they moved to the US, and this is from October 13th, so you might be wondering why they have to say that. This paper is actually from the Middle East. I've never mentioned that, which is why I like using it, because they don't have this complete Western opinion with politics and everything. It seems like they judge things as they see it. Sometimes they get it wrong because they're obviously well outside of the range. They're probably reporting on other reports, and they don't have people actually out of the country getting first-hand news. But having said that, I think it's an interesting website to follow. Okay, let's see what they got. Speaking on a talk show, she said, "The longer they're away and don't come to the UK, I think interest in them will diminish." Right. They just kind of put out these bland, opinionated videos and talks, and they try to fit in with the progressive left, but it doesn't feel authentic. It feels like they're just jumping in on it because that's a strong political side right now. So it just doesn't feel like there's too much substance to anything they do. They go on to say, Meghan and Harry are settled in the United States with their 2 children. The couple welcomed their second child, a daughter, a few months ago. Harry visited the UK twice since leaving his country for a new life in the US. I didn't even realize the daughter was born. Okay, with all things aside, congratulations on that. He had attended his grandfather Prince Philip's funeral in April and later visited the UK to unveil a statue of Princess Diana. Okay, that's pretty nice. Nothing bad to say about everything they do, but I'm not talking about that right here. And by the way, that wasn't big news. I didn't really hear about that. Must have gone right off my radar. So, to be fair, the news usually does report the negative stuff much more. British media and royal expert continue to discuss and criticize Prince Harry and Meghan Markle since the couple stepped down from their royal duties to live a financially independent life. Royal biographer Angela Levin on Wednesday said that interest in Meghan Markle and Prince Harry may eventually wane. I mean, obviously, interest in everything eventually drops and sinks away, but it just depends on what they can actually do and how long they can stay in the spotlight and the impression they leave on the world and the culture and the industry, which seems like they're just wannabes. They're just trying to be in the culture. They're not actually in the culture, and people are only reporting on them because Harry's in the royal family, and Meghan Markle could have pretty much been almost anybody, someone who worked at Walmart, someone who worked at a gas stand, a waitress. It just makes no difference. Whoever Harry would have married would have been in the news. That's just one realistic thing, I think a very reasonable thing I say about Meghan Markle, which I'd consider mostly factual. And they go on to prove my point. Meghan Markle's Hollywood popularity game plan is to cost $1 million. So she's planning on having some kind of Hollywood popularity evaluation, something like that. I'm not sure if it's a game show, exactly what it is, but it's boring. People have been comparing celebs their whole life. It doesn't matter what ranking they're in. There's really no way to do it. There's no way to gauge who's more popular. There's social media followers, articles written about them, mentions from politicians. Who knows? It's obvious who's bigger, but, there's a blurry line with the celebs in the middle, and what's the point about thinking of it? Experts believe Meghan Markle's game plan for Hollywood popularity could end up costing $1 million bucks to compare how popular celebs are, or something like that. This claim has been made by a royal insider, and according to their claim, her own plans for hers and Harry's future in Hollywood. The source also added that money is currently no object for Meghan, and she is ready to dazzle fans at high-scale events like Golden Globes and other Oscars that are going woke and going broke, and no one gives an shit about them anyway. So she's going to throw away $1 million on a silly plan that's probably going to lose money. It's absolutely going to be probably heavily political, heavily woke. She's going to talk it up as if it's special, and I'm thinking it's going to be another article about how she lost money on it. Anyway, that's what I got on Meghan today. I don't even know what this thing is. Is it a game show? Is it a website? It's just comparing celebrities? I don't know, man. Nothing I'd be interested in, and I cover celebrities. But I'm not really comparing celebrities or thinking about which ones are good. I'm talking about calling them out when they do things that are wrong and they shouldn't get away with. And that's the interesting thing about celebrities. So you guys, let me know what you think down below. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. Little Meghan, little Harry. Hey, I'll keep covering them as long as there's something interesting to talk about. But hopefully, at some point, the video could be they're out of the news. I don't need to talk about them ever again. But they're still kind of wedged in there, making headlines and trying to do things. So I guess I'll keep following them for a little while. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you consider it and you still don't subscribe, well, I guess I'll be pretty sad about it. But I'll get over it. See you next time.